everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, has returned to claim his children. Michael's return has put him right back in the middle of a bunch of drama. Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, has taken Michael's children and moved them in with Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson. Michael is home to fight for his kids. Drew is about to come up against Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, when she represents Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, who Drew has framed for his ketamine trip with a stripper. Drew called the facility in Germany and arranged for Willow to be told that Michael refused to see her. Drew also had an affair with Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, while breaking up Willow's marriage. Suddenly, Willow and Drew have offered to broker peace during this custody agreement. Willow had no idea that Michael was on his way home. What will happen when Willow and Michael discuss this and she accuses him of refusing to see her? Michael knows nothing about this. Will the pieces come together to expose Drew? Tracy knows about Drew and Nina's affair, and she is furious over being arrested. There is no way that Tracy is going to keep quiet when she can blow up Drew's happy little family. In that case, Michael and Willow could try to work things out. Michael still loves Willow and may want to work this out whether she does or not. If Michael and Willow end up reuniting, things could certainly get awkward considering Michael is now that one keeping a secret. Michael and Sasha swore to keep quiet about their one-night stand. Michael is following in Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard footsteps here, having a child with another woman and reuniting with his wife. Michael knows all about Sasha's problems from her first pregnancy. Michael also agreed to allow Sasha to raise this baby on her own. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is playing daddy to this baby. If Sasha has an issue, Jason will certainly be by her side. However, Michael could blow everything by rushing to check on Sasha. Will Michael blow up his reunion with Willow and expose Sasha's secret at the same time? Michael knows that Jason can take care of Sasha and the baby, but will he allow him to do so? Will Michael end up blowing up all the work Jason and Sasha have put into this lie to keep Michael from losing his kids? Port Charles is a town that never sleeps, and secrets have a way of clawing their way to the surface at the worst possible moments. In the coming days, a cascade of drama is about to erupt when Sasha Gilmore experiences a sudden labor scare. One that prompts Michael Corinthos to spill a long-buried paternity bombshell that could unravel multiple lives. Sasha's unexpected emergency. It all begins on a calm morning at the Metro Court, where Sasha and Michael are attending a brunch event hosted by Nina Reeves. With Sasha nearing the final trimester of her pregnancy, everyone has been treading lightly around her, especially after her harrowing past that included a public breakdown, substance abuse, and the devastating loss of her first child, Liam. But Sasha has come a long way, and she's been fiercely determined to take control of her life. Brando's death was a blow, but she's since grown stronger, rebuilding her career with deception and opening her heart to the possibility of family again. This pregnancy has been both a second chance and a quiet miracle. Until it becomes anything but quiet. In the middle of an elegant toast, Sasha suddenly doubles over, clutching her abdomen, her face going pale. At first, everyone assumes it's a Braxton Hicks contraction, but Sasha's scream says otherwise. As champagne flutes crash to the floor and guests scramble, Michael rushes to her side, barking orders like the seasoned Quartermaine Corinthos hybrid he is. He calls for help, and within minutes, Sasha is being rushed to GH in an ambulance, with Michael riding beside her, his hand clasping hers, fear written all over his face. A crisis awakens old truths. Once at General Hospital, Sasha is stabilized, but it's clear something's not right. The doctors are concerned about possible preterm labor, and with Sasha's medical history, any complication is taken seriously. Michael doesn't leave her side, sitting in the corner of her room long after visiting hours should have ended. When Brooklyn arrives with a fresh bag of Sasha's belongings and an update from the rest of the family, She quietly suggests that Michael go home for a few hours and rest. But Michael isn't budging. Because this isn't just about worry or obligation. This baby, Sasha's baby, means more to him than anyone knows. And as Sasha drifts in and out of sleep, Michael's mind spirals. The secret he's been carrying for months begins to weigh on him like a physical burden, and the walls of the hospital room seem to close in. Flashback, the secret Michael's been keeping. Several months ago, during a low point for both Michael and Sasha, one passionate night changed everything. They hadn't planned it, and they never spoke of it again. Both were vulnerable. Michael still reeling from Willow's growing distance, and Sasha feeling utterly alone in her grief. He told himself he would come forward when the time was right. But the weeks turned into months, and Sasha seemed genuinely content, believing the father was a nameless, faceless rebound. She wanted to raise the baby on her own, in honor of Brando. Michael convinced himself it was better that way. But now, seeing Sasha in pain, possibly about to deliver early, everything changes. A confession in the dark. Later that night, when Sasha wakes up in a haze and finds Michael holding her hand at her bedside, he knows he can't wait anymore. Her eyes are glassy, her voice soft as she thanks him for staying. And then he says it, barely above a whisper. "Sasha, there's something I need to tell you about the baby." She frowns, confused. "What do you mean?" Michael hesitates, swallowing hard. "The baby, it's mine. I'm the father." Silence. Sasha stares at him, her expression blank. It takes a moment for the words to fully register, and when they do, her face contorts into disbelief. "No," she breathes. That's not possible." But Michael explains everything. The night they spent together. The paternity test. Why he kept it secret. His voice is raw with guilt as he admits he was scared to upset her progress, to push her too far. Tears pool in Sasha's eyes, not just from shock, but from the overwhelming storm of emotions that crashed down on her all at once. She'd spent months preparing to raise this baby alone, believing she had to. She'd forged ahead without expectation. And now suddenly, everything she thought she knew is in question. She turns away silent. Michael reaches for her, but she lifts a trembling hand to stop him. "I need time," she whispers. He nods, knowing he may have just lost something precious in trying to do what he thought was right. Fallout begins. By morning, the news has already started to trickle out. Brooke Lynn, who overheard part of Michael's confession, tells Chase in confidence. But Chase, worried for Sasha, ends up telling Willow, and that sets off a whole new powder keg. Willow confronts Michael, furious. They've been on shaky ground for months, ever since Willow's cancer ordeal, and the subsequent emotional distance that crept between them. But this feels like betrayal. Not just because Michael fathered another child, but because he hid it. "You preach about honesty and family values, but you kept something this huge from me?" Willow snaps. Michael tries to explain, but it's too late. The trust is fractured. Meanwhile, Sasha is discharged and goes home under medical orders to stay on bed rest. But emotionally, she's spiraling. The idea of co-parenting with Michael, someone she still deeply cares for but never envisioned in this role, terrifies her. Lucy Coe stops by to check on her, and for once, the ever-energetic Deception founder has no advice. "Sweetheart," she says, holding Sasha's hand, "you've survived worse. But you don't have to do this alone, not anymore." Sasha isn't so sure. The Quartermaines react. Over at the Quartermaine estate, the family is already abuzz with the scandal. Ned, who's finally back to himself after his Eddie Main detour, shakes his head in exasperation. Another Corinthos baby born under a cloud. What a surprise. Olivia tries to be more supportive, reminding everyone that Michael is a good man, even if he makes terrible decisions sometimes. Monica, true to form, offers to be there for the baby regardless of the drama. But Tracy is already scheming. That child is a Quartermaine. We'll make sure he or she grows up in the fold, no matter what Sasha wants. What comes next? The coming weeks promise even more turmoil. Sasha must decide whether to let Michael be a full part of their child's life. Michael will have to prove himself not just to her, but to everyone else he's alienated by keeping the secret. And Willow, caught between heartbreak and unresolved feelings for both Michael and Chase, may find herself making a surprising decision about her own future. Meanwhile, Sunny, still embroiled in mob wars and his own romantic entanglements, hasn't yet learned the news. But when he does, it will shake even him. After all, this means Sasha is carrying another Corinthos hair. And in Port Charles, that never comes without consequences. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.